All right.
Yeah.
Man, it's all right, bro. It's okay if you want to sing those songs, bro. It's
all
some
good.
it's some
Hey,
songs
do
by
you?
some female R&B artists that I sing with my whole chest,
You know what I'm
bro.
saying?
You be singing them.
He be singing Booty Hole, bro.
No, I don't.
He be singing Booty Hole, bro. He be in the car rapping Pound Town, Booty Hole, bro.
Yo, welcome to the cave with Mel, Troy, and Lex. The podcast where men can have a safe space. We on all platforms. You need to tune in, hit the like button, subscribe, and share it with your friends. Welcome to Melody, the podcast where men can have a safe space. Welcome to Melody. Welcome to the cave with Mel, Troy, and Lex.
I was just seeing if I should go now.
Go now.
Go ahead.
Now.
Hey, what's going on, man? It's your boy, Melly Mel, a.k.a. Melly Badass, a.k.a. Meek Mel, a.k.a. Favorite Truth Teller, a.k.a. I eat bone-in wings and not chicken nuggets because I'm a grown-ass man.
It's your boy T. Roy, a.k.a. your neighborhood hope dealer, a.k.a. I also eat bone-in wings, mango habanero.
Okay. What it do, though? It's your boy, Dr. Life Coach Lace, a.k.a. NBA old boy, a.k.a. I am on a spectrum. I can do boneless or wing or bone in. So they trying to judge, but we ain't taking that heat.
What I do want to say is so we've been on a speak positively about one another type kick. You know, one of our previous episodes, we commended Lace for, the t-shirts. We commended Lace for the technical suggestions that he made and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And so today I wanted to compliment my brother once again. And I said, hey, Lace, you look good. As in you're in good shape. You look slim thick. In which
Plausible.
Hella plausible.
In which he got mad at me because I said he looked slim thick. And it's just,
First of all,
He got
I'm not going
mad.
to continue to say slim thick to me. Like that. What we not going to do is that, okay? Because nigga's not slim thick.
Hey, tell Troy, he been feeling something. He got his calves out today.
I
and
got his
everything,
calves
man.
out.
please.
You know
He
what
got
I'm
his
saying?
calves out.
Come on, man.
What's the secret?
Drink water and stay out the way.
Drink water and stay out the way.
That's the secret.
That's
Drink
the
water,
secret.
stay out the way.
I think
Mind the business that pays you.
I think he got mad at you because you said it like 3 times and you were hoping for a different response.
He
than the
was
one
not
that he gave.
acknowleding it.
I'm
at
not
all.
going to acknowledge
He
that.
said,
What the f*** I look like? This Lace looking slim thick. I'm supposed to be like, thank you, nigga?
No. When he first said you look good, and you was like, I appreciate it. Like,
Yeah, I mean, what
appreciate
you want me to
it. But
say?
then he said it again because I think that he was waiting for more energy. Like
I don't have no more energy to
he
give.
wanted you to tell.
Yes.
He wanted you to drop your secret, bro.
Oh,
What
nah,
you want? You on
nah,
that
nah.
Herbal Life? You on that
That's not how
Slim
it works.
Slow? You on that?
You
What
doing
you want?
tummy teas? You know what I'm saying?
What you
Doing
want? He wanted
raps?
you to
You
know.
doing
Right,
raps?
Doing
exactly.
raps? You know
The
what I'm saying?
thing is, though, see, that's the problem with people. It's a life lesson in that. It goes back to expectation. People give you a compliment and just want you to divulge whatever
Exactly.
you're doing.
Oh, yeah.
No,
100%.
not at all.
Instead
no,
of just
thank
asking,
you, keep it
100%.
pushing. Yeah,
Right.
thank you, keep it pushing.
You should have just asked what the plan
Yeah, what's
was.
the secret? Stay the f*** out the way and drink water, nigga.
Oh, 100%. If I'm giving you a compliment, I'm expecting something in return.
No, absolutely not.
We've said this already before. It's just the same case. If I open the door for you, you need to acknowledge that. If I let you over in the lane and on the highway, I'm gonna need for you to blink the blinkers or wave your hand out the car. I need
I
acknowledgement
don't
for
let
my
people
good
over.
act
That's
towards you.
crazy.
I need it.
That's
I don't
crazy.
let people over, so I wouldn't expect that.
That's crazy.
But you be out here giving compliments, fishing for compliments.
He do.
That's what
He do. That's his thing.
That's
you
kind
know,
of crazy.
you look
bro.
good. Nah. Mm-mm.
So you be low key offended
He
if somebody
do,
don't return.
right?
So when you said Lace, you look good, he's supposed to turn around and say, Troy, you look good too,
No,
bro.
I wasn't looking for just an acknowledgement.
I acknowledge
He
it
did.
by saying
I didn't hear
appreciate
it. I didn't hear it.
Oh,
You
that's
know,
on you then. That's on
I
you.
didn't hear it. And
That's
so
on
if I
you.
didn't hear it, if
That's
you didn't
on
hear me
you.
acknowledge your acknowledgement, you need to acknowledge it again.
No, I'm not doing that.
To make
Not
sure
doing
you
that.
sound
And
like
don't
Miles
don't
right
don't
now.
ever be walking around saying another nigga looks slim thick. don't ever say that again. Hella plausible.
I told you, Lace was husky K through 36. Now he's slim. He don't know
Now
how to
he-
act, bro.
Really? That's what we doing today? I
Look.
see where y'all trying to go with
I'm
this.
just saying, bro.
It's not gonna work.
What?
It's
What?
not gonna
What
work.
are we doing?
You trying to subtly throw, you know what I mean, throw jabs and shit.
I'm
Because
not.
you're trying to get me back from a previous episode. So I see the building blocks.
I'm not trying
I
to
see
do
the building
that.
blocks, but
I'm
it ain't
not
gonna
trying
work.
to do
But
that.
he just
It
he
ain't
thought
gonna
you
work.
looked good. Pause.
Man,
So
can
he
y'all
just
stop
wanted you-
saying that?
Look, I'm just saying. Look, I'll tell you what Troy said.
I'm saying.
I'm
you
saying
look-
what Troy said.
You looked athletically. Why can't men compliment each other? Why
We
can't
can.
we
We
do that?
can, but it's a certain way to do
But
it.
you continue to harp on the same thing. Like, okay, I know I look good. That's a fact. We know this, y'all. To keep having to say it over and over again.
Because and here's the thing, because it does something for the male psyche when we don't get acknowledged. We get overlooked in society.
You talking
Male, do you not mention this a lot? We get
What?
overlooked. Men do not get attention in society.
Men do not get praise for.
We do not get praise.
What they do, men do get attention. They just don't get praise.
So the moment yes,
doing what they should do.
Okay, that's really good. That's really good. I like that. We do not take our time to give praise to one another, to acknowledge one another. And when
We do, but it's just the way we do it. We ain't walking around going, "Yo,
now
you
I'm
look
hella
slim thick."
now I'm
Right,
hella
like,
palsy.
We
says
like, yo,
that?
you look slim thick, bro. We probably be like, I see you, I see you, or something like that. Like, you know the rules, nigga.
Right. He know the rules.
And he calling
Well,
outside
hold
the
on.
lines.
He was trying to be cute. You know what I'm saying?
I won't try
We
to-
at the spot, you know what I mean? The little individual taking the order, the key and shit. He was trying to be cute. He was trying to be cute.
That was not it.
That's
was
what that boy
I
does.
would have said that if it was. I just so happened to notice it at the time.
Why the you looking at me anyway
Cause he saw
like
your
that?
calves, nigga. He saw your calves was out.
No, I did not see the
Had your
calves.
ankles loose and
I did not
everything.
see
And
the
Troy was
calves.
like, hey, bro, Lace looking good.
When I first met Lace, he looked like a roly poly.
Never.
And so
Never
now,
have looked like that.
A roly
Never have
poly
looked like
oly.
that.
And so I'm saying now there's a transformation.
Never
since-
have looked
since
like
then
that.
to now.
That's cool.
And if I get slim thick, I expect y'all to
Ain't-
acknowledge it.
and you ain't gotta worry about that.
I want you. I want full acknowledgement.
Ain't.
I want it.
You know you can't lose weight too fast around black people. You know
You
the
can't.
rules.
You
cannot.
can't.
You can't lose weight too
cannot.
fast
Because
around
you
black
on some
people.
type of drug.
Drug or
or
sick.
sick.
One of the two. Drug or sick.
See, we didn't even rehearse that. We know. We all grew up in the same house.
Drug or sick.
Black people might actually be monolithic.
Mm,
I feel like to a certain degree, we all grew up in the same house. Like, we all grew up in the same.
We have a lot of commonalities that we did not realize that we all have.
Yeah, of
right?
course. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny.
And that's what makes us a close knit tribe the way that we are, and that's the reason why, like, when things happen globally, we all feel the impact of those things that are happening.
Right.
So when people see stuff on TV, they're like, "Oh, it's a black dude." It's like, "Dang, it's a." For other people, it's like, "Dang, it's a black dude." For us, it'd be like, "Dang, that's a black dude."
Right. Right.
You feel like it's your cousin or something like that.
So were you trying to get a compliment back, or were you fishing for like
Just
how you
acknowledge.
been getting your weight down? Because I'm trying to get mine down. type
I
of thing.
did ask that question, and then he just was. That's another thing. That's another thing. We got a topic to talk about, but that's
What's
another
up?
thing.
What?
Whenever somebody is doing well, it be like, "Hey man, put me on. Tell me how you do that. What did you know? Saying how did you get to where you at?" It's like, yeah, you gotta drink water, stay out the way, you know what I
Hey,
mean?
yo, black people will gatekeep this shit out of
That's
something, bro.
straight gatekeeping.
We will gatekeep a good thing, bro.
Don't want to give me.
Hey, that's
Depend
funny.
unless we can sell the information, we ain't
That
gonna
is
give it up.
funny. That's funny.
Hey man, where you get them? Oh man, they probably don't even sell.
They
that
probably ain't
no
got
more,
them,
man.
though, you know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying? Hey man, how much that cost? Hey man, DM me, man.
Yeah,
take-
yeah,
nigga,
yeah. Hit the line. Hit the line. I told you though. I did drink water, stay out the way.
Then I had to ask you more intrusive questioning. You know, like, oh, so what's your exercise regimen look like? Do you play? Is it basketball? Yeah, I play basketball. Oh, is it the Peloton? Yeah, it's a Peloton too. Do you lift weights? Nah, I don't lift weights. Like, just tell me, so I don't have to
Give me the outline for
Give
what
me the
you've been doing.
outline.
Hey, my bad. Charge it to my head, not my heart. My bad.
And
my
I
bad.
do. I charge it to all of that. So
That
listen,
nigga was
man.
seriously genuine too. That's what made it so funny. That's what made it so funny because he was like,
And I do.
"Yeah, Lace
And I
looking
do.
good. Lace, you look good." He said like 6 times.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. All right, so I got a story for y'all.
All right.
All right. So this happened years back. I'm at a wedding, and we're at a wedding reception. What's the after you have the rehearsal? What's after rehearsal? You have the
Rehearsal
dinner.
dinner?
Rehearsal dinner. That's exactly what it is. So we're at the rehearsal dinner. They finally released us to go get food. They had a buffet type line, right?
Okay.
So I'm sitting down with my boys, who are also married. I think a couple of them might have just been dating at the time, but what it doesn't matter. But anyway, we sitting down. We're having food. They released us to go eat, and I stood up. As soon as they're like, all right, we blessed the food. Go ahead and go grab food. I stood up to go get my plate. My wife is there with me. And all my boys didn't move. They just sat right there.
Mm-hmm.
And then their wives and girlfriends stood up and said, "What do you want?" And then they went up there and they fixed their plate for them.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I've noticed over a while, there's even a trend on TikTok and Instagram where they use the Next Friday clip where Day Day's talking to Craig, said, "You ain't gotta live here. I gotta live here. I gotta deal with them. Get out the way. I need to do this."
You play too much. Now, if I get into it with them, I gotta live here and you don't. Don't be giving it. You gonna get me in trouble. Get out the way. Move. Just move.
Saying, talking to their men, saying, "Don't fix your own plate. I need to fix it because if you fix it yourself, my aunts and my mom gonna get on me about not fixing your plate." I've never been a go fix my plate type of dude.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know how that is, and I don't know where that came from, or what the case may be, but I never was a fan of telling my wife go fix my plate. And here's the thing: if different strokes for different folks, you do whatever you want to do. But I never really understood that, and so I've come to understand though that in some households that is a role in which the wife serves the husband like their meal and stuff like that. I think even Chris Rock had a joke that saving a big piece of chicken for dad when he come home. You know what I'm saying? And I wanted to bring that to y'all's attention because that was so weird to me. I don't know how y'all felt about.
Yeah, I don't necessarily think it's what I think it is a cultural thing, particularly how people are viewed within the family dynamic. Like if you dating somebody and you bring her home to meet the family and stuff like that, they seeing if she gonna make your plate, like that kind of vibe, whatever. But I'm not necessarily. It's not a expectation, but I will accept it. But it's not like I expect you to go make my plate. Every time we sit down, break bread in a social setting or whatever. I don't know how it's become so prevalent again because it's amazing how something that would seem so patriarchal is in the mix in this day and age. But yeah, I mean, it's not an expectation for me.
I think, statement and then something interesting that I will notice or pull out about that. I've never expected her to make my plate, but like Lay said, if she does, I will accept it and I appreciate it because in some ways, I feel like I'm not going to say the making of the plate is like respect, but it's almost like an unspoken thank you. You know what I'm saying? To a degree, it's like I feel like it's kind of just like, oh, here's your plate. It's kind of like saying like, oh, thank you for all you do or appreciate what you got going on. So let me try to feed your soul or whatever, like to that degree. So I feel like I appreciate it, greatly appreciate it if she does do it, but I'm never going to be offended if she doesn't. And I think and depending on the setting, I'll end up making my own plate anyway. Like if it's like a buffet style situation, everyone getting up and going around the line to make the plate, I don't expect her to get up in line while I sit down and bring it back to me, and then she go back around for her and the kids and stuff like that.
That's
I'd be
crazy.
like, nah, I'm gonna get my ass up and I'm gonna go, through the line. But if I've noticed that if she has made dinner or something and she tells me, all right, dinner's ready, come eat, by the time I get downstairs, the plate is already on the table, with the food on it. So if I appreciate that.
If they cook it and they plate it, that's something different. You know what I'm saying? Because like,
but you saying like at a social function or something like that, like no, that's not a expectation.
Because I'll plate the food if I'm cooking at home.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I'm, if we cooking spaghetti, I don't know. I'll put the noodles in. I fixed it. I put the noodles in there. I'll put the sauce on top. Bring it to you.
I don't cook, so I can't.
That spaghetti sounds mad washed the way you describe it.
Wait, are you a meat in the noodle cook type spaghetti person?
Hella plausible. Meat in the noodle. Oh my god.
That is plausible.
Meat in the noodle.
When you play it back, it does. I ain't even gonna hold you. I'm not even gonna hold you.
Do you mean do I mix my spaghetti?
Yes.
Or keep it separate.
I like to keep it separate.
Mix.
Then what was wrong with how I plated it?
Well, you just said
Says noodles and
sauce. Like you just putting some.
Well, I couldn't say meat because you go. You just showed me I can't say meat,
No.
so I just say sauce.
It was just how you said it. That's all. I was just going off how you said it. I don't want no smoke, T-Dot. I'm feeling slim thick. I don't want no smoke. I don't want no smoke.
But yeah, I'm totally with you. You know, if you cooking and you plate it, and that's a part of the whole process, that's what's up. But like function type stuff, like I don't even know what I want, to be quite honest with you. You know?
I feel you.
You know, I walk up there and I see the whole spread. I don't want to assume that you already know what I want. Today I might not be feeling chicken as much as I was yesterday. I love, you know what I'm saying? But you know,
Hey, bro, I'm not gonna lie. If the plate is gonna be made for, like, say she takes initiative and makes the plate for me, I
Sure.
appreciate the making of the plate.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever comes on that plate, I'm gonna eat whatever's on the plate, and the stuff I don't like, I just won't touch. I would just appreciate that the plate was made.
Yeah.
I would, to be honest with you, I would rather her make a plate and just bring it to me, and I just discard the stuff that I don't want, versus her asking me what I want on the plate.
Right.
I know that sounds crazy, but I would rather you just make
okay,
it and bring it to me versus like ask me what I want on my
Right,
plate.
because I can get up and make it myself.
Because I can get up and make it myself.
Yeah.
Or just because and maybe I'm being overly critical, but I'm like, I've been married for 12 years.
Mm-hmm.
At 12 years of marriage, you shouldn't be still asking me
What I
want on my plate.
Right.
Like, you should know what I want on my plate.
true.
You should know what I like to eat, what I don't like to eat. So if you make me a plate, you shouldn't have to even ask me because you know what I'm
But I mean,
In
like,
Troy's perspective, though, you know what I mean? He might be want some shrimps today. He don't want the chicken tenders.
But I'm just saying, like,
Feel
put
me?
it all on the plate. Just bring it to me.
Like,
I'm gonna be happy. I'm not a picky eater in a sense anyway, so I'll just
Because-
accept it.
because one day I might want green beans. I don't want to be forced to eat green beans if I don't want them.
So don't
You know
eat
what I'm
them.
saying? And okay, so that brings me to the next point. The reason why I don't like my plate to be fixed and I'd rather fix it myself: efficiency. I want to make a plate that's going to be efficient for me. I don't, and I grew up in this household, and it's actually one of the things that we're addressing right now. Of take what you want, but eat all you take. That's basically the concept. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm growing into now, sidebar, what I'm growing into now is realizing that even though I have all this food, it doesn't necessarily mean I have to eat all this food.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
Because then if I eat all of it and I don't feel like eating it, I'm then battling with obesity and all that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? And we not trying to do all of that.
Definitely don't want to be obese around Mel. Golly, that nigga will call you all kinds of names.
Hey, everyone can get it. I pass it out. I hands it out, nigga. Big, skinny, it don't matter.
Golly.
And that's the thing. Maybe I'm feeling skinny that day. You know what I'm saying? And I want to make sure I keep my slim, thick figure.
Oh
You
my
feel
God.
me? So and that's part of the reason why. And this always goes back to your upbringing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I felt like as a child, my parents forced unnecessary rules, and it's just like, and I've become more
Not receptive?
I'm not receptive of certain things that if I don't want. Like, I remember growing up one time, I was going to bed one night, and a parental figure of mine was like, "Take your socks off before you go to bed." I was like, "No, I want to have my socks on."
Mm-hmm.
Take your socks off before you go to bed. I don't want to take. Why are you making up a rule right now?
Mm-hmm.
And so I think it's gotten to a point, is like, in my life, if I can be in control, then let me be in control of where I want to be in control. I might have a control issue, to be quite honest with
Sounds like
Yeah.
it.
Sounds like
Sounds like it.
Yeah.
And y'all be talking about me, but it's okay. We all have stuff we
But
have to grow through.
But hold on. Your control issues be over.
I don't have a control issue. That's the whole thing. Because I can relinquish control to people who know what the hell they doing.
That
If you don't know what the hell you doing, why am I giving you control of a situation? You don't know what you're doing. I'd be better off figuring out myself than turning control over to someone who doesn't know what the hell they got going on.
But how do you know they don't know what they doing?
You
did
can
he
tell
not
when
text us
people
the other day talking
have-
about some? I'm gonna stop with the being perfect. Type
No,
thing?
I didn't text that.
You did
I said it
text
out
something.
loud.
When, I don't remember what he said.
Me and Troy got into it after the last recording because remember when we was arguing back and forth about
About my motherfucking Henny White.
no, after that.
Okay.
When we was going back and forth about redoing the intro because he was talking about potentially making a bonus
Oh, yeah,
episode.
Oh yeah.
And- But after the recording stopped, I was trying to tell him you was trying to do what you want to do instead of listening to me, because if you had listened to what I was saying, I could have helped you accomplish what it was that you was trying to do. I know what you was trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
Slow down. Talk to me about what it is that you're trying to execute, because we could have done something different.
Yeah.
Like, then he was like, "Well, hindsight is 2020, and we gotta.
had-
hindsight.
we
is
had-
da-da." Sometimes you don't even need no hindsight. Sometimes you gotta slow down,
Yeah.
listen, and
I
then
was-
we come to a conclusion.
Mel, you are remembering things at a fabricated way. Slightly fabricated.
Like I don't remember to be honest with you.
Which is fabrication is
Putting
fabricating
100 on 10.
is a new way in which I said you a MF and lie.
Oh my God.
But that's neither here nor there. But you said in there, you said I'm going to relinquish some of my control.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't say control. I said I'm gonna stop trying to be so perfect about everything. That's what I was saying. Not about control, just the idea of perfection.
But okay, but to be perfect sometimes is a person being in control.
Mm-hmm.
No rebuttal. I don't elaborate, and maybe I might have a rebuttal when you say is to control and correlate perfection and control to one another.
So that's a really good question. So I don't know. Let's give an example of. Let's talk about I don't know what. I don't know. I don't know an example.
See, but would I give control to someone who's telling me they don't know? The stories write themselves. Okay,
Hey.
y'all want Mel to listen?
Hey.
Give Mel something to listen to. I be trying to work with y'all. It doesn't make sense for any person, not just me, to give over control to someone who has no idea what the hell they doing.
I know what I'm doing. I'm just trying to be careful on what I'm talking about.
What you mean?
I'm trying to use examples in which we can all relate to, but also trying to be careful in the examples
But you're
that I
trying to
use.
say to me, how do I know that they don't know what they're doing if I don't give them an opportunity to showcase that they don't know what the hell they're doing by giving up control?
That actually is a great
That's
statement
what you're
right there.
saying, though.
Yeah.
And I'm saying, why the hell would I do that? You can tell when someone don't know what the hell they doing. We all say it. Black people whisper. We lean over to each other. This nigga don't know what the hell you doing. It's clear when
But
someone
also
don't know
those
what the
same
hell
black
they doing.
people whispers like, "Oh, I didn't think they knew what they was doing."
Right.
They seem like,
Right.
they seem like they do know what they was doing.
Right.
Nah, because we sit back, look, observe, we see, we hear what somebody's saying, and then we like, this motherfucker don't know what the hell they.
But I feel as though we have to give people opportunity to do what they do.
Mm-hmm.
Do what they do.
Mhm.
Do what they do.
At my expense, though.
Okay, and then
If what you're doing
and
is
then
going
that's-
to impact me, and I know that you don't know what you're doing, why am I going to give you control?
and then that's the next thing. At your expense, how expensive is it? I think sometimes we put a bigger price on something than actually what it actually is, and we think as though if we don't get it the way that I want to get it, my whole life's going to be ruined type of mentality. But that's not the case. It's just the one matter of an instance, and you move on to the next thing. You learn. We don't lose, we learn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we don't lose, we learn, and then we move on. We course correct, moving forward.
Okay, so here's a term that most people are not familiar with, depending on the industry that you work in. But most people will understand the concept of what I'm saying. The phrase mitigate risk
Mm-hmm.
comes to mind right now in this conversation.
Mhm.
So the point is to mitigate risk. What most people would say, measure twice, cut once.
I like that.
Okay? Take time, slow down, think through what it is that we're trying to accomplish. Figure out what it is that we are trying to accomplish.
Mm-hmm.
Work out a plan for that. Take those steps, do that, because it mitigates risk. It mitigates me having to course correct, having to learn, having to do whatever, versus just jumping out and starting something with no direction, no clue, making a bunch of mistakes, having to redo some things and stuff like that. So a lot of the time it's not about controlling, it's about mitigating the risk. How do I save time? Is what you're doing possible? Slow down, take a minute to think about it. That's all. That's most of the stuff I be saying. I don't have a problem relinquishing control to people who know what the hell they doing. For example, you do the editing of the reels and the clips and the videos and the audio. I don't say shit about that. I'm not a pro. I'm not an expert. I don't do that. You do that. That's your lane. So I give control of that to you. I don't ask you about it. I don't question your methods or tell you what to do or nothing like that. Not question your methods. I don't question your methods. It's an element to a skill set that I have. So I'm the marketing mind on the team, let's say, because I do it for a living. So based on my day-to-day job, my experience and what I do, when I say, hey, Troy, I notice you're making reels that do this. If you give me some reels that do X, Y, and Z, I can do something with that. That's not questioning your methods. That's me saying, I got an expertise. I'm trying to marry that with yours. If you provide me with what I'm asking for, I can do my expert thing over here, which helps everybody. But you see it as, I'm an artist. I'm not saying this your voice before you do it. You like, I do the audio, I do the video. This is my lane. I'm the creative. This is what I was thinking. This is my movie. And I'm like, I'm not trying to take away from that. But the proof is in the pudding. When we do this with data and we look at what people are actually doing versus what people are saying, this is what they responded to. This is how they're interacting. If the goal is to expand and to grow, how do we do that? So that's what I'm saying. It's not always about my control. It's about, how does this impact the destination? Is this going to help us get to where we're trying to go? If it's not, no. And then if you don't know what the hell you're doing, why am I talking to you anyway? Why am I giving up control?
The thing is, I understand both points. But Melvin has a disputation spirit. That's what it is.
Disputation.
That's what it boils down
Google
it. Once you look it up, you'll know. You will agree. But that's what it boils down to. So it's not necessarily the message. It's how the message is presented.
Debate or argument.
Yeah, I will debate.
That's what I'm saying. So it's not. That's just what it is, though. It's not. In some aspects, it is. You just don't think people know what the they're doing. Not Troy in general, but you have a. You bring a lens of positive skepticism to some situations where you can say this person don't know what the fuck they doing. Why would I? Really? So that's what it boils down to.
And they don't, though, most of the time.
We always seem that it fit in a let's talk about Melvin episode. And
It's
I don't know how that happens.
It's fine.
We was talking about plating food.
But we still talk about plating food because it's in the sense of control. It's because you were talking about how you want to control the situation. You felt sometimes out of control and being able to make certain decisions. So for you, at some point, making your plate feels like you're in control of what you want to receive and interact and do with. So I feel like it's all connected.
Now, I will say relinquishing control has helped me be at more peace. Has definitely helped me be in more peace. Now this is a real shout out, and I learned it from watching Lace. I've seen Lace be on this. He'll take first of all, Lace will take a phone call and not tell you he's about to take a phone call. True. He's done that 3 times today. And you be talking to him, he like, but I've seen Lace on the phone and he'll be talking to somebody. He'll be like, yeah, sure, yep, I like that, yep. Cool. Whatever you want to do. Yep. Tweak this one little thing. All right. Cool. All right. Yep. Yeah. Sure. Go do that. Yeah. Leave me alone. You got it. Good. Cool. And I was like, you know what? He's giving control to somebody else. What'd you call it? Position.
He's delegating.
Delegating. Yeah, that's what it is. You're allowing it. You're delegating. You're allowing him to own up to something, and it frees you from having to worry about it.
Absolutely. But Lace is a master delegator, and you probably just didn't know that. Lace is a master delegator, bro.
Let me tell you, he delegated something to me and didn't even tell me he
delegated
because
it to me. He do it all the time. You don't know that he's delegating it to you.
Me and Lace,
he don't want to do it. He's delegating it to you.
And he
don't want to control it, but you think that he's being so progressive. Like, Lace is
Lace is empowering others. And
No.
Lace is this
First
nigga
of all-
don't want to do it.
See, and this goes back to what we were talking about earlier. When you compliment a nigga, other niggas don't like you complimenting other niggas.
It's not a compliment.
They do not
You
let
just
you
don't know
compliment
that
other
he's
people.
gaming the system sometimes.
Lace gamed the mess out of me. Let me tell you why. He know exactly what I'm about to tell
I have
too.
no idea.
Me and Lace was playing on a basketball team. That's actually how I first met Lace. We was on the same basketball team. It was actually his team. Lace was the player coach of the team, subbing people out. He was playing in the game, all that type of stuff. It was real cool. 3 or 4 games into the season, Lace was like, "Hey, bro, I ain't gonna be there tonight. Can you take the jerseys? Can you take care of the team and stuff like that?" "Oh, Lace, you got it." I did it one night, and I did it for the rest of the nights. Lace ain't show back up. Lace didn't even come to the games no more. We would send out texts saying who's coming to the game. Lace wouldn't even respond. This ain't my team. He registered the team and got the players.
Master delegator.
Master delegator.
He
And
be
we
delegating.
got to the finals.
Yeah, that's what it is.
And I
did-
also delegate, Troy. I just want you to know that.
I knew the team was in good hands, T-Dot. I knew the team was in good
I
hands.
appreciate that. I
So,
appreciate, but you
you
didn't
know,
tell
and
me.
you needed that sense of community.
I did.
You needed that
He ain't
community.
lying. He ain't lying.
So I was, you know,
I
what
see
I'm
what you
saying?
did there.
Yeah.
I hate the fact that you're saying truths. I feel like you're
Yeah,
manipulating me
not
right
at all.
now because you know who
Not
I
at
am.
all. It was just you needed that sense of
he
community.
ain't lying. I was new to the city and I needed community.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I guess the thing about the making the plays for me, and I'm talking in reference from the trend,
Yeah.
is it seemed like the women weren't interested in making the plate until they realized how it would make them look to others.
In this context.
In this context, I'm
Right,
just speaking
yeah,
specifically
yeah.
about the trend. So then I'm just like,
But
obviously
don't
not
women do
it
that
has
the
to-
majority of the time?
And I know that's
though?
the point, though.
Like, I mean, the bags, the shoes, you don't buy that for, at least from my experience, you don't get that for a nigga. You get that to impress and to stun on other broads.
I mean, we get J's and stuff to stunt on, you know.
I don't.
I get J's because I like
Yeah,
J's.
I mean, that's just what it is.
just because I happen to stunt on you.
I mean, that's that.
That's not the motivation I
I
had
can't
when
help it. I'm drippy.
That's
You know
not
what I mean?
the motivation I had when I was.
But according to
making the
Lace,
purchase,
you
though.
could be, you know, making somebody feel a certain way
That's their problem.
indirectly.
And you know
You
me.
can.
That's
You
your business.
can. You know what I mean?
That's your
You
business.
can.
So I think that was the part for me, because not saying that it's expected, and I'm not throwing this out there because I don't even care the expectation in my house, but I just sometimes I feel like obviously getting away from them just doing it because of how they'll look to others.
Mhm.
It's like, why don't you want to make it? You know what I mean?
Mm.
Like and I'm not just talking about any Tom, Dick, and Harry. If I am the provider, the supporter, all the stuff, and I'm doing it the right way according to your expectations as well, not just
Mhm.
what I think in my head. If I'm doing all these things and you constantly talk about how great I am to others and how wonderful your home and stuff like that, why would you not want to make my plate? Why would you not want to make sure I'm fed in the soul? Because to me, like, when
fed in the soul. I
yeah,
like
like
that,
when Sharita makes my plate or brings me a plate, to me it's kind of like I want to make sure you have the energy to keep doing what you're doing for us.
Mhm.
That's how I receive it. It's like she's like, all right, you done the work for me. Now let me nurture you in a way that gives you energy to keep doing what we, have going on. But I hear, a lot of women have this spirit of like, well, you got two hands. You got two hands, make it yourself. And maybe the guy isn't all the stuff that I'm talking about right now, or maybe he is, and they still have that, progressive spirit of you got two hands. You could cook too, and not saying that you can't, gender roles and all that. But sometimes I just be thinking like, why would you not want to make it?
I feel that. I think too it goes back to being able to serve each other. I think it goes both ways. You know what I'm saying? Whether plates being made for you or you look out in other ways for her, whatever the case may be. So I think it's more so just having a heart to serve in some capacity, whether big, small, or how one may quantify that. But the slippery slope is when it's the expectation too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That you are expected to do XYZ. And that kind of takes the premise of I'm doing it from the kindness of my heart to serve you in some way. You know what I mean? So I think that's the differentiation with the new age type movement because I know like when my grandfather, I never seen my grandfather make a plate ever. You know what I'm saying? But that was the expectation during that time frame within his household. But now, you know what I mean? Nah. If you do it, great. I appreciate it. Show gratitude, but it's not an expectation.
Yeah, I feel you on that. And you're right. In that trend, it is because people are watching.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
I'm only doing this so I can protect my name amongst this community of people that I live around. And so that's the reason why you need to sit down somewhere and let me fix your plate.
Yeah, and that pisses me off. That would piss me off because I'm like, you don't even do this
Right.
when we at home. That would piss me off. Like I'm like, you don't even do this at home, so don't be trying to do it now
Right.
because other people is around. Like
Trying
I would
to
probably
stunt.
get an attitude.
Yeah.
Like in that moment because I'd be like, you don't do this at home. Like I don't even know why. And
Yes.
of course, other men probably experienced it before, but I've been in situations in my relationship before where I feel like we're getting into many arguments in the midst of other people because I may be being myself, but Sharita is responding in a way that she feel like is protecting her image in front of the girls. And then I be thrown off because I'm like, where'd that come from? Like
You
we
normally
do this
don't be
all,
like
we
this, yeah.
normally don't be like that. But then now my brain is kicking in. It's like, oh, you showing out because the girls is around. So my mind's like, oh, we showing out. Oh, that's what we doing.
Let's go.
Don't
about to play
forget you
the
got to
dozens.
go home with me. You know what I'm saying? Like they around like now, but we got to go home together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you trying to show out in front of them. Don't put on the show. You know
Yeah.
what they say? You bring the tent, I'll bring the circus. You know what I'm saying? So I just be like, come on, bro. You don't do that. Like you don't do that. Granted, that hasn't happened lately, but it's happened before. And I'd be like, why are we even?
See, for
So
me,
you care more about their perception of you versus what I think.
Right.
So that was like throw me off. I'd be like, why the hell are we?
see me, I get so comfortable. I am who I am at home in front of other people,
Same.
and I'm like, I shouldn't be like that because when we at home, we we are two different. When we are at home, like we're laughing at the most inappropriate things, but when we're out and about, yeah, we probably shouldn't be laughing at these type of things in front of other people. You know what I'm saying? So
Why not?
because I guess I'm trying to protect her image as much as my image. It is what it is. I've come to accept. I've adopted the melodic
All right
of
now.
I'm just gonna be who I am. Y'all just gonna have to accept it. You know what I'm saying? And it has served me well because of what we previously talked about, trying to fit in and stuff like that. It's like, no, I'm just gonna be me. You know what I'm saying? With a seatbelt. I'm gonna be me with a seatbelt, by the way. But yeah, like at home, like sometimes we'll joke so hard with one another that it's really inappropriate. Like the group of friends we're probably with probably wouldn't appreciate it. They probably wouldn't even appreciate it, or they'd be shocked. And so to avoid the shock value, but sometimes it slips out, and I'll say a joke that's a sexual like type of joke, because we got sex jokes for days at the crib, and sometimes it might slip up a sexual, and you know.
Give me an example. Give me an example. You should have never put it
Right,
out
you
there.
brought it up.
Give me an example.
Like you see a jar of crunchy peanut butter and you just like, I gotta go. Like what?
You're lame.
Why
Why you gotta do me like that? This is kind of funny. So I went to I was coming back home, and I was like on my way. This is mild. This is a mild version, so this might not even be a good example. But I said I'm on my way. She said, "Great, can't wait to see you." Water emoji,
Mm-hmm.
right? And so hold on.
Don't do her like that.
Hold on. Well, and that's the thing. So I get home. She was like, I went home, I took a shower, went to sleep. You know what I'm saying? And the next day she was like, you didn't catch that I sent you the water emoji? I said, to be quite honest with you, I didn't think that you sent it on purpose. I think you accidentally pressed that button and you meant to press something else. And I said, honestly, if you really wanted to show that you was, you know, what we was ready for, what's the phrase you said that one time?
Date with Destiny.
A date with Destiny. if you really want to show we had a date with Destiny, I need to see an eggplant, peach, cat, water.
And he walking it there.
I'm not hating on those emojis, Troy. I'm the same way. Let me know.
Because it's a code. You got to unlock the code. You
I
know what I'm
feel
saying?
it.
How do I know you just didn't accidentally put an entry in? You know what I'm saying? You ain't really meant it. Put the whole code in. You know what I'm saying? I want to read. I want to read the whole.
I mean,
code.
the eggplant is sufficient for me, but I'm just saying, like, let me know. Let me know.
Let me know. And so I that was mild, but that's one of the, and we joked about
How's
that.
that a joke?
We had
That's
some
an
other,
expectation.
well, we had some other stuff.
Oh,
Why
okay.
you keep dumbing it down,
Right.
nigga? We in the cave.
I'm trying to protect me and my wife's image, mainly
protect
hers.
you and your wife's image. Y'all married, nigga.
We are married, but it was one time where her mom came around and I said I used a sexual innuendo around her mom, and it won't know water emoji for about a month. You feel me?
Get all that. Nigga. I don't care who around. If I feel like smacking ass, I'm smacking ass. I'm grabbing it.
You didn't know what the water emoji was in the first place, so
I did know what it meant, but I'm just saying, like, you could have accidentally pressed that when you was trying to push, the smiley
got you.
joint. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, if you send me that eggplant, it's happening that day though.
If
You
send me
ain't about to put that. You ain't about to send me the eggplant and then go to sleep.
and that's what I said. If it was an eggplant, a peach, a cat, or in a combination of the all, that's what's up. I know what's up.
You know what's up.
I know what's up.
See, that's a combination of the all.
A
If
combination
you
of
don't
the all.
sit your dyslexic ass at a combination of the all.
So that
Jesus
so that about to take us in a whole nother direction. This conversation about to take
Yeah. A combination of the all. God,
this conversation about to take
almighty.
us in a whole nother direction. So the input though, you're looking for a signal though. You like give me a signal almost. Like
What did
put
you
the bat
respond
signal.
with?
No.
though? What did you respond with once you received that?
He ain't say nothing.
I ain't saying I was driving.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, I ain't saying nothing.
It's like a signal. It's like the bat signal. Like the signal to let you know. Like
Yeah, because here's the thing. My wife is older than me. She's removed from like social media and stuff like that. Like she don't want to be contacted at all. She turned off Messenger on Facebook. She don't want people to contact her on that joint. She turned off other notifications on other apps. And like I'll show her something. No. She'll show me something. She's like, "Did you see that this happened?" I'm like, "Yeah, babe, that joint happened like 3 months ago." So she's behind the curve when it comes to like social media type things. You know what I'm saying? And so when she sent that to me, I was like, I don't think
she's caught up enough to know what that emoji means.
I don't know.
She
I
do
just
know
didn't
apparently because she brought it up and said why you ain't do nothing. You know.
Yeah. Okay. So she
You ain't gotta be on social to know what that water means.
Listen, but when she when she sent it to me that at that time, I was like, I don't think she meant to send that. I don't think she meant to
I
send
hope
that.
somebody send me some water before the end of the
Yeah, I mean,
before the end of the day. I'm looking at my watch. I'm
Shoot.
hoping.
So now I know when she sends that, she actually means what she means because I don't. Here's the thing: rejection is real,
Oh
and
my
I don't
God.
want to come to the house. I don't want to come to the crib, and then I walk in and I'm expecting water, and it ain't no water. It's dry desert. So for expectation's sake, and I was tired, and I was sweaty, and I was like, I want to jump in the shower when I get in the bed.
See, man, ain't that crazy how women can just send the water and we supposed to just fall in line? Like we supposed to just know what to do. But on the flip side,
yeah.
we can't just whip it out and be like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, wait, you gotta warm me up. It's a process. I'm not a microwave. I'm a oven. You gotta do
You
foreplay
gotta
and
get
all this
that
stuff.
thing
But
going.
I gotta do all that.
Right.
But you just get to send the water and I'm
Right,
supposed
that's real.
to just
That's real.
know what the hell to do.
That's real.
I'm supposed to know you want to get on because you laid in the bed with
You
no
gotta
drawers
get
on.
that. Think they say you gotta get the engine going.
Yeah.
And that's another thing about expectations. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
if I didn't know that was your expectation, can you make it a little bit more plain for me? You know what I'm saying?
What would have made it more plain? The combination of the all? Or
I need a
just
combination of all of some sorts.
So one more emoji with the water would have put a clearer picture for you.
Two emoji, two
emoji minimum. Water and cat or water and egg.
All right, can we settle this? A
It
minimum.
could be a stop sign and a cat, or it could be a motherfucking any combination of the two. Definitely that is going up.
We need to go ahead and settle this right now. It needs to be a minimum of 2 emojis to verify. for
Any
you.
emoji though.
Any emoji. Because there have been times when
Hold on, let me find an emoji real quick. Hold on. let me
while
see.
you looking, there have been times in which I've misread a signal, got my expectations up, and it was like, hey, bro, I'm just living life. What are you doing? I didn't send you no signal. It's like, well, dang, I thought I got one.
What you need to tell her to send water emoji and surfboard.
Or
Surfboard, surfboard, riding on. Oh, yo. Hey, man.
Hey, you was at the Renaissance too.
I was.
And then you was
I
out there.
was.
My nigga was in formation on that motherfucker.
Surfboard. Hey yo, T-Dot out of control, yo.
you
T-Dot
are
out of control, man.
Oh, my goodness.
I don't need a combo. Just send me the signal. Any one of the signals.
But here's, and we do have signals. We do have signals in which it's like, hey, once again, it's on. You know what I'm saying? But that has not been one of the signals in which we've used because although I am aware of like what these, combination of the sorts may be, I didn't know that she was aware because we've never used that before.
Mm-hmm. I mean, like, we getting older now, so I feel like at this stage, sometimes you just got to let them know earlier in the day.
Because you don't know what somebody got going on later that night. They might, you got to get them in the afternoon.
From
Like,
the time of 8 to 10.
in that window, I'm like, hey,
window is
I'm getting you
solid.
early in the day to let you know, like, tonight, I don't know what you got going on, but I'm trying to make sure, we straight. Because if you try to spontaneously pop up,
Right.
that's where the rejection comes. Sometimes your expectations high.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You hard in Chinese arithmetic, think you about to get something going, and you like,
But that's real. That's real.
nigga laying in the bed, can't even lay down on your stomach trying to go to sleep.
But that's real.
You sitting there, had your expectation too high. You like, yo.
Oh,
You like,
man.
hey, yo, I should have got this earlier. I
Oh,
needed this
You're
man.
earlier.
spitting facts. You know what I'm saying? And that's the reason why, like, I like to relieve my wife of some.
Lace is so
Let me
immature,
get
bro.
my. You're being childish right now.
Lace is
I'm not.
You're being big childish.
It's
right
the
now.
way that you be saying stuff, yo. Like, you don't
I'm
even
using
realize.
vocabulary words.
Go ahead, man.
I try to relieve or relinquish my wife of certain duties and stuff that she normally takes on. And this, we didn't get a chance to talk about this, like, like roles within the household, but some of the normal things that she gravitates towards, I try to take it on myself so that it doesn't
Oh man.
it doesn't interfere with the opportunity for damage to happen that night. You know what I'm saying? So, like, and be honest with you, some of the things I actually enjoy doing, like, the reason why I enjoy doing laundry is because laundry allows me to actually sit down and, like, kind of like woosah a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Because all the time I'm ripping and going. I hands them out. Every single thing. I'm doing something at all moments. And so, like, I like to do laundry. I like to actually, like, do dishes and stuff like that. She normally gravitates towards it, I guess, because, it's her upbringing. You know what I'm saying? And so I was like, yo, let me take some things off your proverbial plate, but also literal plate at the same time, amongst other things that I do, not just those things, but a couple other things, so that it doesn't, like, she doesn't have it on her mind, all right, I got to do this tonight, I got to do this tonight, I got to do this tonight. It's like, no, I'll do these things so that you can replace these things with me.
Yams.
Exactly.
I'm not gonna hate you. I do that too. I ain't
Yes.
gonna hold you. I do that too.
That's what it
Selfishly
is.
to a degree. Some of it I like. Some of it I just think it's reciprocation. For example, like, if you cook the food, I'll wash the dishes. Or
Right,
put the
right.
food away or whatever. Like, so I try to meet in the middle, but I feel you on that because sometimes I'm like, I don't want none of these things to become an excuse on why I can't get no
Big facts.
damage. So I'm about
Big
to do all this stuff
Respect.
so that way there ain't no excuses.
Yeah.
And it ain't trying to. You're not trying to manipulate the situation. What you're trying to do is trying to take something off somebody's
Mitigate
plate.
risk.
Mitigate risk.
Yeah, that's what you're doing.
And I love it when my wife takes things off of my to-do list. You know what I'm saying? Things that I would normally do around the household.
How you get your wife to do that?
She just likes to. She just does it.
Can't relate. I'm just asking. I'm trying to figure out. You know how
That was your opportunity to develop your plan. Remember when you asked told
Right, you know what I'm
Lacey
saying?
look
You know what I
good,
mean?
you was trying to get.
She just does it.
What's your
So-
plan? So,
She just
and
do it.
and this kind of dives into the conversation of love languages, right? So my wife's way of expressing love is by servitude. She likes that. I don't like to be served though, and that's part of the reason why I don't like my plate being made because it's just I don't know I don't like to be served. But she does it on her own, and I give her high praise for it because it's like, dang, I was going to do it, but I really appreciate you took something off of my plate.
I feel that.
And I'm a physical toucher, so I be needing to touch. Saying if I don't get to touch, then I feel like you don't like me at all.
Touch me the right way, you might get a call the next day. That's when I've asked my wife I said, hey, would you want to go look at the new 2000 something tomorrow? You want the new iPhone 29? And we can go get that if you want.
Hey yo, T.
So I am a touch. My love language is touch also. You know what I'm saying? So touch me the right way, you might get something new up out of it.
That's what it is. So
It's in the water. It's in the water.
It's in the water.
It's in the water.
It's in the water.
It's in the water.
hey,
I probably shouldn't have sang that part.
It's in the water.
I
Yo,
just
you
realized
was-
what-
Yeah, you was
You
going
was
hard
on.
too.
I just realized what Beyonce said.
right.
in that joint.
Yeah.
Hey, you leaned all the way
And
into
I did
that.
not.
Drake,
I
bro.
totally forgot. That.
Hella possible.
She was talking about her. Okay. All
Yeah.
right.
man, it's all right, bro. It's okay if you want to sing those songs, bro. It's
all
some
good.
it's some
Hey,
songs
do
by
you?
some female R&B artists that I sing with my whole chest,
You know what I'm
bro.
saying?
You be singing them.
He be singing Booty Hole Brown.
No, I don't.
He be singing Booty Hole Brown. He be in the car rapping Pound Town, Booty Hole Brown. And this has been the Manly D's podcast. We'll holler next time.
You're wrong.
Yeah, nigga.
Hey.
Nigga said booty hole, bro.
That was